Phasmophobia by Alan Wake. Something had shifted. The investigators saw immediately. Ghost hunting contracts for GHD were always strange, but this was something else. Beyond the obvious change in the room, the television sets, the chalk drawings, there was something more subtle. A dark and unseen presence pressing against the fabric of reality, about to rewrite things for an unknowable purpose. The feeling had emanated from the typewriter that had manifested in the middle of the room with faint clacking of keys. More imagined than heard. The story on the page the investigator was now reading, was the description of what was happening to them now. They were trapped in a story. There was a growing number of ghost hunters who had picked up the contract. Unfazed, they had purged the shadowy entities they came face to face with. What they did not know until now, until they read it on the page they found, was that as their numbers grew and the act of reading was repeated, the reality was being rewritten more and more. One isolated incident, someone's subjective reality, multiplied and echoed, becoming the universal truth, the actual reality. No one seemed to know whether GHD was aware that this was happening. Was this part of their plan all along, or a sinister side effect they were oblivious to? Whatever the case, they rewarded the investigators for their work with a foil ID card. A darker place seeping into this place, casting a shadow over it, overlapping it. Everywhere the investigator looked, there were signs of two worlds colliding. Glimpses into a mystery, clues that teased, out-of-place objects and signs, yet nothing that revealed it fully. It was a lure to pull you in, but the puzzle was missing too many pieces. This was a story told somewhere else, where the pages of the manuscript had been written, from where the writer of the story was desperately reaching for the light. And with that act, he was threatening to spill out the darkness of his prison. This was where the angel lamp charm also came from, where it held much more power than it ever could here. The investigator scanned the room with the UV light. As foretold on the page, an uneven spiral of words emerged, glowing in the violet dimness. Rational mind could not make sense of it. It came across as nonsense. It was the stuff that dreams are made of. And as such, it held within it great power and hidden meanings that were hopelessly lost in translation as they traveled across realities to seep out here. Only its writer knew what it meant, and there was a fair chance that he too was barking mad. Once, the handcrafted dolls had served another purpose and been involved in a case conducted by a different investigator. Now, the writer had hijacked and retconned them to serve this story. Maybe there was a deeper meaning to it, or maybe it was just a convenience of circumstances. The truth was beyond anyone's understanding. The investigator paused to consider the mystery of the pages. Their origin lay in darkness. Had they been written with the blessing of GHD? Somehow that felt unlikely, even if the company's past was also shrouded in darkness. The investigator had done well, protected their own. And with that, they had come to stand on the brink of the fathomless darkness of another mystery, as strange yet different from the ones they faced working for GHD. A hunger to pursue it had been incepted into the investigator's mind by the pages they had read, drawing them deeper, toward a fate as terrifying as it was wonderful. An invitation, but a warning as well, that should they pursue it, they might never be able to turn back. There was only one clue, in the middle of the title page they had found. The name of the writer hidden in the dark, beyond their reality. A writer by the name of Alan Wake.